All right, guys, today I got a chance to ride with my trailer long distance, which means I did more than 10 minutes because since I've had the trailer, I haven't really ridden the bike with the trailer. So I'm riding and I'm like, yo, what am I going to name the trailer? And if you've been paying attention to everything that I do and everything I talk about, then you begin to understand how my crazy mind works, right? And my crazy mind kind of works in a weird, interesting way. There we go. And I want to introduce you to Jackal. If this is Jackal, then what do you think the name of that trailer is going to be? Let's just take a little walk. If this is Jackal, okay? And if you said a name ahead of time, that means that you're smart, that means that you're intelligent, that means that you're paying attention. So this is Hyde. That's Jackal. This is Hyde. It's like a perfect name. It's like Jekyll and Hyde. Can't go wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? Jackal and Hyde. So we're going to ride a little bit. We're going to talk a little bit about my thoughts on pulling a trailer, why I got a trailer. I'm going to run the camera in the front. See if I can wipe this lens off a little bit. All right, so let's talk about it. Let's talk about the yellow cup here. That thing is piss yellow, all right? Piss yellow. Now, I'm not sure what angle I want to put my 360. I'm getting used to this, but I think I want to kind of play around with the angle a bit. I'm not sure how I want to play with it. No, I'm not going to do too much. I'm going to leave it normal. I can't make up my mind. It's you guys' fault. I'm going to blame it on y'all. How about that? I'm trying to find a little way that I feel comfortable. What looked like it's covering, is capturing what I needed to capture. You know what I'm saying? All right. So let's ride and let's talk a little bit. We're going to ride and talk a little bit. And then after that, we're going to just build a little bit. And then we're going to just talk a little bit more. And then we're going to get a little bit more love in the grub. Okay? All right. Let's do it. Best way out of here is to the left. All right, guys, so listen. I got Jackal and I got Hyde. And since I bought the trailer a couple of months ago, the trailer was all black. It didn't have any type of nothing. It was just black, okay? Boring black color. And as you know, my motorcycle is not black. So what I did was, I said, you know what I'm going to do? I want to get it painted. I want to get it situated. I want to get it set up. And I took it to my guy, Melvin. And Melvin really, really did his job, him and his guys. They did a great job with the design. They hooked it up. I love it. You know what I mean? And I was impressed. The color is not exact to the T because Honda, they're kind of selfish with their color. They'll give you the color code and everything, but the stuff they use, you're not going to match it as easy. So I told them, just do your best. Give it to me as close as you can get it. And they got it pretty darn close, and I love it. Now, when I was test riding the trailer, I had noticed that the back of the hitch was too low. So I had to get me a riser. So I got them to weld this riser to the hitch receiver. And the damn thing was freaking too high. It was a little bit too high. They did a good job on the weld, but it was too high, right? And I ordered another piece, a 2-inch extension, which gave me just the right amount. I mean, can I go another 2 inches higher? I can go another 2 inches higher. But so far, I've had zero issues. I've hit all kind of bumps. I've hit everything. I've rode the bike up to 80 miles an hour, right? With no wobble, no swinging, no nothing. You don't even feel it on the back of the bike. You don't feel it. You have to look in the rearview mirror to make sure that it's there. Now, every now and then, I would see the trailer moving a little bit, and that's because I'm passing those big trucks. And sometimes that wind that comes off the trucks, let me tell you, that thing, no joke. So you feel the bike moving, the trailer moving, but nothing to impact the riding or to put you in danger. Also, I bought the swivel arm, and I'll show you guys the stuff as I'm talking. I got the silver arm put on there. That way, if the trailer happens to flip, God forbid, I never have to find out if the silver arm works or not. But if the trailer happens to flip, that means the bike won't flip with the trailer. I got the rims powder coated. I bought brand new tires from my guy Mike in Tire Depot in Covington. Hold on a second. There we go. And I put the 2 ounces of balance beads in there. And what else did I do to this? And that was pretty much it. I'm going to get the rubber base to put on the bottom, the floor, the mat, to put on the bottom to make sure that if I put stuff in there, it's not slipping and sliding all over the place. So that's another plus. Other than that, the trailer feels great. I feel really comfortable pulling a trailer behind me. I have everything balanced. I went to the dealership empty, and I came back with some cardos, a helmet, 2 book bags. I came back with a protective gear for my son, like what I have on right now. I got him the same exact thing because we're out there in the road and we're going to be hitting the roads, you know what I'm saying? So I did that. And so I got some weight in here, not heavy, but like right now the wind is blowing like crazy. I don't know if you could hear it, but it's blowing because that truck just shot past me. So that wind just comes right after them. Lane changing, I can change lanes with no problem. I can make U-turns with no problem. Everything that I did with my bike regularly, I can do it with the trailer. Now you're talking to a guy who used to always talk down on people with trailers. The same way I talk down on people with freaking Gold Wings and Harley road glides and street glides. Same thing, you know, when I was racing bikes. And then when I got into the touring stuff, I started kind of looking at these trailers, and I'm like, yo, these trailers, they look impressive, because I'm starting to begin to find out that I'm getting old now. And that's what it really boils down to. When we get old, our taste begins to change, you know? We start to look at things a certain way, and we don't I don't know, how can I say? I mean, we grow into our age, right? And the things that we grew up and seeing that we saw older people using, we never thought they would see it, like high socks, for example. Who the hell wears high socks? I got on high socks right now. Give me the ankle socks, or give me those invisible socks that goes below the ankles. You know what I'm saying? And the list goes on. It's kind of like ladies and wanting sports cars, and they become moms, they want a caravan. We're getting old. We're maturing. So me, I'm riding a Gold Wing. So I figured if I'm going to ride a Gold Wing, then I'm going to ride a Gold Wing and go all out with the Gold Wing. I'm going to get the trailer unit and put in the back of my Gold Wing. And I'm going to look damn good riding down the road too, because I'm telling you, when I'm riding, I get a whole lot of like thumbs up and people saying what's up, or, you know, at the gas station, people's coming up to me and saying, man, that trailer looks awesome. The bike together looks good, and it's really good to see that, to hear that people is loving the look. But what's most important is I'm loving the look. I'm loving the look, me. And there's nothing greater than that, than having a vehicle that you love, that you're riding, that you're making it your own. So I'm telling you, I made this bike my own. A lot of people say you can't make a Gold Wing your own, you can't customize it, you can't do this, you can't do that. Only Harleys can do it. And I disagree to a certain extent. With Harley, there's a bigger aftermarket of parts that you can get for your Harley, but the Gold Wing is not made like that. The Gold Wing, honestly, you don't really got to change much of anything. However, I was able to make my Gold Wing mine by putting my own color scheme to it, powder coating certain areas, putting my pipes, you know what I mean? But I made it my own. I put my logo, the Gold Rush Nation. By the way, if you are a Gold Wing rider, and you're not part of the Gold Rush Nation on Facebook, go ahead and join the Gold Rush Nation on Facebook. Okay? It's an awesome group. Everybody gets together. We talk about a lot of things in there. But yeah, but with the Gold Wing, I made it my own. And now with the added bonus of having a trailer behind me, that's even better. You know what I'm saying? Having a trailer in the back. So now I'm gonna do the next test and see how it operates with heavier load, how it performs then, and what adjustments do I need to make. Do I need to go another 2 inches up in the riser? You know what I mean? What happens if I hit a bump and blah, blah, blah. But I really feel like it's going to be all right. I feel like it's going to be okay. So if you're thinking about getting a trailer for the back of your bike, a pull trailer, whether you have a Gold Wing, Indian, a Harley Davidson. Pretty much, you can pull a trailer on any bike. You can pull a trailer on a race bike. They got something out there for you. You know what I'm saying? But if you're thinking about it, I'll tell you to go ahead and go get one. I mean, I shopped around. I did not want to spend 45 to 5 grand on a trailer. That's like the price of a big trailer. I didn't want to spend that much money, so I shopped around. I got mine for 2 grand, and it's a damn good one. This one is the Can-Am Freedom trailer. It's a 2017 trailer, and it's an awesome trailer. I love it a lot. What are the things that I would put in my trailer, that I plan on putting in my trailer? Well, my wife, first of all, she makes a lot of things out of leather and fabric and all that stuff because she's a designer. So I want to create a system that's Velcro to the walls of the trailer, where I can put like my tire pump and my air pressure, you know, my tools. I can put certain things for my cameras, everything against the wall. Then I'm going to put my camping gear in here. So when I'm riding long distance, if I don't want to stop off in a hotel, I can simply just find a spot to camp. Maybe do a KOA or find a nice little private spot and camp out and go to sleep and wake back up. I'm also going to put my little mini stove, my little propane stove, that if I choose to cook something, I'm going to cook. And then I'm going to have a mini generator inside there, a mini power supply box that is powered also by the sun, solar panels. So I can use a blender, I can charge my phone, my laptops, I could do all of that. You know what I'm saying? So my trailer is going to have things in it that is not just tossed in there, but I will have things that I could use, like a mini table and a mini chair. But everything is going to be, I want to have it situated where it's organized. You know what I mean? And like I said, not just tossed in. I want it organized. I want it set up so when you open the trailer, I want to have even a compartment on the door. On the door, so when you open it, there's a compartment there to put things as well. And that's pretty much the stuff that I'm going to put in my trailer. Definitely going to have stuff for like a flat tire. You know, it doesn't make sense for me to bring a flat tire, a whole entire wheel in my trailer for the trailer, because I might get a flat tire in the bike. I might not have that tire, you know? So I'm just going to bring the flat kit, you know, the stuff to fix the flat. I could do the mushroom plug or the regular straight spaghetti plug. But I'm gonna have that. Oh, and lights. I want to have anything that could light up at nighttime. That's a part of my tool set. And of course, little axes and stuff like that. Yes, little axes, because once again, you never know the situations you get into when you're ground pounding. You know what I'm saying? So those are the things, to me, is awesome. What I am going to do to this trailer, though, as Slappy Adventures and I was talking, because he's way more advanced with trailers than I am, I'm going to get an extension arm. I'm going to bring it to a machine shop and have them just cut a tube, a 2-inch tubing, and then cut another tubing that's going to be a little thicker for the 2-inch tubing to be able to fit into perfectly. And that way we can make it into a an extended arm. And what I might do, the tube might be a little bigger, or it might be exactly the same width as the swivel arm, so we can push in together and just bolt it down together. That way I can put a cooler on the outside and not inside the trailer. And if it's not a cooler, then I can put my control box, my power supply box I was talking about, keep it outside, and as I'm riding, let it do what it do. Now, I saw my man Chris for Cruiseman Garage. I was watching this video about his trailer system, and he made a really good point. Now, I'm wondering if I think it was Cruiseman. And he was talking about the direction of where he puts his trailer, how he turns it, and he makes sure that the lid is opening towards the bike and not away from the bike, which is something that I would do. But I think it was an excellent point that he brought up, because if you're riding and let's say your trailer, let's say the cooler opens up by mistake, you're gonna have all that wind smacking against it, ripping up the back of the door, and then whatever's inside can also face some kind of crap. But if you have the trailer, not the trailer, the cooler facing in the opposite direction, then chances are that wind is going to just close it down anyway. So those are the things to think about. I also liked how they talk about Cruiseman, Slappy Adventure. I watch a lot of people with their trailers, right? Because like I said, I'm new on the trailer, and I'm new in the glowing world. Loving it, by the way, loving it. And I kind of watched it. And you see these two trucks right here? Just side note, anytime I see trucks doing this, I simply don't go in front of them. I don't go between them. I let them do what they're doing. Just a side note of the safety precaution. Even now, when he moves back over, I have nowhere to go, right? So I let them, I cut back and let them do what they're doing, and then I'll figure out what my next step is going to be. But balancing out the trailer is common law, common sense. You want to balance things over the axle. You don't want to put heavy loads in the front. You don't want to put heavy loads in the rear. So I guess learning the trailer and how the trailer will balance itself. Not itself, but how you pack your trailer. And those little things can go a long way in the long haul. So am I excited about the trailer? Yes. Hell yeah. Do I feel a little nervous about having a trailer? Hell yeah. I mean, you're having something on the back of your bike that can possibly kill you. It could jump and sway and swing, and it could do all kinds of stuff. It's no different than having a freaking trailer in the back of your truck. Any little thing can happen, you know what I'm saying? So, hell yeah, there's a little nervousness to it, but is it enough for me to not put a trailer? No. So now that I've ridden with the trailer for a couple of miles, I can honestly say I love it. I'm looking off the rear view mirror. I see a little tiny bit of side to side, nothing crazy at all. I'm moving at 75 miles an hour right now, and the trailer is steady. So if the trailer is holding itself like this, I could only imagine how it's going to go when I have some actual weight, when I have some real weight in it, And those little things is going to make it better. It's like my dually truck. My dually truck rides okay when it's not loaded with nothing. But the second that dually truck gets loaded, oh my gosh, it's awesome. So guys, if you're thinking about getting a trailer, go ahead and get the trailer. I promise you, it's going to come in handy, especially if you are ground pounding and if you have a bagger. This is the reason why I bought a bagger. I didn't want any trunk at the back of my bike. I want that sporty look of my bike. I want that look of just like ready to go anytime. And then I have my Nelson rig bags as well, which is awesome. But when I want to carry more stuff, like when I'm traveling, oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you, my cameras. I'm going to have my drone back there, my tripods. I'm going to have things back there that's going to help me to up the value of my videos. You know what I'm saying? Those things, it goes a long way. And honestly, shucks. I might mess around and put my dog Titan back there. No, I'm just playing. Titan is not going to go back there. But I wouldn't mind having a sidecar for Titan. Hook it up with the side. Let's go, away. Titan, let's go. But yeah, enough of the yapping, guys. Love y'all, man. We'll talk soon. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video. Please keep on helping this channel to grow. Remember, subscriptions is not a paid subscription. You're just for free. Just hit the subscribe button. Before I go, I got to tell you guys this, a public announcement. I got to address this. I made a video of me changing out my oil filter the other day, and some of you guys kind of lost your minds and started feeling like you could just run your mouth and say whatever you want to say, disrespectful and all that stuff. And I get it. I can't tell you what to say. But what a lot of people don't realize is that my channel, I cover a lot of different things, and I show people some of the struggles that I have. And I had one guy talking about, bring your bike to the mechanic, let the mechanic do his thing, and you just focus on riding. You know what I'm saying? No, my man, I don't know what you're saying, because I have been working on motorcycles for years. And if your ass see me turn my motorcycle to the side to get to an oil filter, that's just me thinking outside the box. And at the end of the day, you want to know what happened, genius? I got the damn oil filter off, which was stuck. So a lot of people just run their mouths. They talk a lot. They do all this yapping, including some YouTubers. They just talk about stuff because they want to utilize what they think is a person's failure to make themselves look good. But nah, that never works. For me, I have no problem with showing you my failures and how I overcome those failures. If you want perfect stuff, you know who to go to. You know which channels to go to when you want that perfection. But if you're going to come to this channel and start running your damn mouth and acting like as if you are above everybody and somebody can't do things that's unorthodox, then this damn channel is not for you. And that's just me being real, not being angry. I just want to address it for all of you guys watching this video. Some of you stay in the corner, stay in the cut, and you run your mouth and act like as if you're looking at somebody who's an amateur. I am not an amateur. An amateur is not going to turk a bike and turn it to the side. An amateur is not going to know how to take a damn screwdriver and go old school and smack that screwdriver in that oil filter and get that damn thing off. Okay? Amateurs would just bring it to the damn dealer and not know what to do after that. See? So, guys, sometimes just sit back, analyze, and stop looking for things to just judge all the time, because after a while it gets kind of tiring, bro. Especially when you're grown men. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, that's my rant for that part. I had to address that. And I know there's going to be haters all the time, but I love y'all too. I love haters. I love the people who love. I love all of y'all. That's why this channel is so damn different. I come at everybody. Everybody. The way y'all come at me. All right, let's get these miles. Let's get that money. Let's get the muscle. All right, I'm out. Peace.